Ladies, stop looking for the wrong signs. You think a man who's magnetically attracted to you will chase you, text you first, compliment you constantly, make it obvious, tell you how he feels. Wrong. Dead wrong. The man who feels real magnetic attraction for you does the exact opposite. He pulls back, he gets nervous, he acts weird, he tries to play it cool and fails miserably, and that's how you know it's real. Because when a man feels something powerful for you, something that goes way beyond just thinking you're hot, his brain short circuits. His usual game disappears, his confidence cracks, and suddenly this grown man starts acting like he's 14 again, trying to talk to his crush in the school hallway. If you apply what I'm about to show you, you'll never sit there wondering, does he like me or is he just being nice? You'll see through his behavior. You'll read the signals his body is sending, even when his mouth stays quiet. You'll understand what's actually happening in his head when you walk into a room, because magnetic attraction isn't quiet. It's loud. It's just speaking a different language than most women are listening for. They're waiting for him to say something, but his body is screaming it. His attention is broadcasting it. His behavior is proving it every single day. I'm going to walk you through 12 signs that show he's feeling this pull right now. Not might be feeling it, not could be interested, is feeling it. Deep, real. The kind of attraction that makes a man lose sleep, the kind that makes him nervous before seeing you, the kind that makes every other woman in his life fade into background noise because his brain keeps replaying moments with you. These signs show up in 3 areas of his life: how his behavior changes when you're around, where his attention actually goes without him controlling it, and the things he does that give away what he's trying to hide. Let me break down what magnetic attraction really looks like in a man. First thing you need to understand, when a man feels real attraction for you, the deep kind that actually means something, his behavior shifts in ways he can't control. Most women expect a guy who likes them to get more confident, more smooth, more put together. But that's Hollywood. That's not psychology. In real life, when a man feels genuinely pulled to you, he gets awkward. He gets clumsy. He loses the cool factor he has with everyone else. And that awkwardness is your proof. Because a man who feels nothing stays relaxed. A man who feels something real gets nervous. So the first sign, he gets quieter when you enter the room. Not silent, not ignoring you, just quieter. His energy shifts. He was talking, laughing, being loud with his friends. And then you walk in and suddenly his volume drops. Why? Because his brain just hit the pause button on everything else. You became the most important thing in his environment, and his focus shifted completely. Think about how your own attention works. When something boring happens around you, you keep doing what you're doing. But when something catches your interest, really catches it, you stop. You look, you tune in. That's what's happening to him. You walked in and his brain said, pay attention to this. So he does. He stops talking as much because now he's observing you, taking in your energy, noticing your mood, watching how you move through the space. He's not being rude. He's not being distant. He's being magnetically pulled, and his behavior is showing it. Here's what makes this sign even more obvious. Watch him around other people. Is he quiet with them? Does he get all reserved when his other friends show up, when other women enter the room? If the answer is no, if he stays loud and comfortable with everyone else, then it's not his personality. It's you. You're the one who makes his behavior change. You're the one who disrupts his normal energy. And that disruption is attraction doing its work in his nervous system. The second sign, he fixes himself without thinking about it. Watch his hands next time you're near him. Does he smooth down his shirt, adjust his collar, run his fingers through his hair, fix his posture, touch his face? These aren't random nervous habits. This is his subconscious trying to make him look better for you. A man who feels magnetic attraction becomes obsessed with how he appears when you're around. Not obsessed in an insecure way. Obsessed in a I need her to see me looking good way. His brain sends him signals. Check yourself. Make sure you look right. She's watching. Even when you're not watching, even when you're not even looking at him, his brain thinks you are. So he adjusts, he fixes, he corrects over and over. The fascinating part is he doesn't realize he's doing it most of the time. It's pure instinct. His body is responding to your presence before his conscious mind even catches up. You matter to him, so his appearance matters to him when you're around. Think about when you're attracted to someone. Don't you become more aware of how you look? Don't you fix your hair more, adjust your clothes, check your reflection? He's doing the same thing. But because he's a man and he's supposed to play it cool, he's trying to make these adjustments look casual, natural. Like he wasn't just making sure his hair looked right the second you glanced his direction. When you catch him doing this repeatedly, especially around you but not around other people, you're seeing his body language betray what his words won't say yet. Third sign, he becomes clumsy or messes up more around you. This one is pure nervous system overload. A guy who's normally coordinated and smooth suddenly can't function properly when you're near. He drops things, he fumbles with his phone, he trips over nothing, he knocks something over, he stutters or loses his words mid-sentence. He forgets what he was just talking about. Why does this happen? Because attraction floods his body with adrenaline and nervous energy, and his brain can't handle normal tasks anymore. It's too busy focusing on you. So everything else gets sloppy. His fine motor skills go out the window. His verbal processing slows down. His spatial awareness gets wonky. He's literally too distracted by your presence to function like a normal human. Women see this and think, oh, he's just awkward, or maybe he's nervous in general. But here's your test. Watch him when you're not around. Watch him interact with his friends, with co-workers, with other women. Is he clumsy with them? Does he mess up his words? Does he drop stuff? If he's perfectly smooth and coordinated with everyone else, then the problem isn't him, it's you. You're the variable that changes everything. You throw him off. You make him nervous. You disrupt his ability to act normal. And that's not a red flag. That's a green flag. That's proof his brain has labeled you as significant, as someone who affects him, as someone worth getting nervous over. A man who feels nothing for you will be exactly the same around you as he is around everyone else. Calm, steady, unbothered. But a man who feels magnetic pulled toward you loses that steadiness because you became the game. And he's trying to win without looking like he's trying. Fourth sign, his energy matches yours automatically. This is subconscious mirroring, and it's one of the most reliable signs of deep attraction. When a man is magnetically pulled to you, his emotional state syncs with yours without him deciding to do it. You're calm, he gets calm. You're excited, he gets excited. You're playful, suddenly he's cracking jokes. This isn't him trying to manipulate you. This is his brain automatically creating emotional harmony with you. When you're around people you don't care about, you stay in your own energy. But when someone matters, your nervous system tries to sync up with theirs. He's doing this with you. And most of the time, he has no idea. Watch for this pattern. If you notice his mood shifts when yours does, if his energy level adjusts to meet you where you are, that's magnetic attraction creating invisible threads between you two. So what do these four signs tell you when you see them together? T. Hey, tell you his body is reacting to you in ways he can't fake and can't fully control. His behavior changes. His self-awareness increases. His coordination decreases. His energy sinks. All of this is happening below his conscious decision-making. This is attraction operating at the nervous system level. And here's what most women don't realize. These signs are more reliable than anything he says because words are easy to control. Behavior under attraction is not. A man can tell you he's not interested while his body is screaming the opposite. A man can play it cool with his words while his hands are fixing his shirt for the fifth time. A man can act casual while his brain is short-circuiting every time you walk near him. Trust the behavior, not the words. The behavior doesn't lie. Now let's talk about where his attention actually goes, because this is where magnetic attraction gets really obvious. A man can maybe control how he acts around you. He can try to play it smooth. He can work on staying coordinated. He can attempt to keep his cool, but he cannot control where his attention goes. Attention is involuntary. It's automatic. It's pulled by what matters to his brain. And when you matter, his attention follows you like a spotlight he can't turn off. Let me show you how how this plays out. Fifth sign, he notices tiny details about you that most people miss. Men don't notice details unless something matters to them. A guy who's not into you won't remember what you wore last week, but a guy who's magnetically attracted to you sees everything. He remembers you mentioned something small 3 weeks ago. He points out when you're wearing something new. He notices your energy is off before you say anything. When a man is deeply attracted, you become a subject his brain actively studies. Everything about you becomes interesting to him, so his brain starts filing away in former tie-in. Most women think men are bad at noticing things, period. That's not true. Men notice things about stuff they care about. Sports statistics, car specifications, work details, video game mechanics. When something matters to a man, he pays microscopic attention to it. And when you matter to him, you get that same level of focus. You become one of the topics his brain obsesses over. So he notices when you switch your usual coffee order, when you seem tired even though you're smiling, when you're wearing that bracelet you don't usually wear, when your laugh sounds a little different today. These observations aren't him trying to be sweet or romantic. These are genuine, natural observations his brain is making because you've become important enough to track. When a man starts noticing the small things, the details other people walk right past, you're not just someone he finds attractive. You're someone who's John Jew mental real estate in his head. And that's when you know the attraction runs deep. Sixth sign, he remembers things you don't even remember telling him. He'll bring up something you said 4 months ago, a story you told him once, a comment you made that you barely remember saying. And you'll think, wait, how do you even remember that? Simple. When you were talking, he was actually listening, really listening. Men do this with women who captivate them. Every conversation becomes something worth remembering. Your words stick in his head. Compare this to how most people listen. They're half present, already thinking about what they want to say next. But when a man is attracted to you on a deep level, your words land differently. They get stored. They get replayed. So when he brings up that random thing you mentioned 2 months ago, he's not showing off his memory skills. He's accidentally showing you that you occupy his thoughts way more than you probably realize. That conversations with you mean something to him. That when you talk, he's not just present, he's absorbed. Seventh sign, his eyes find you even when he's not talking to you. You're in the same room but not interacting directly. But if you pay attention, you'll catch him looking at you. Quick glances when he thinks you won't notice. His gaze finding you across the room. His eyes tracking where you are even while he's mid-conversation with someone else. This is attraction in its most basic form. His attention is pulled to you like gravity. Even when he's trying to focus on something else, his brain keeps checking on you. Most women miss this completely because they're not watching him when he's not directly interacting with them. A man who isn't attracted doesn't do this. His eyes stay on what's in front of him. But a man who feels magnetic pull toward you can't stop his attention from drifting back to you without him even deciding to do it. His brain is wired to track things that matter, and you matter. Every time his eyes find you across a room, that's his attention betraying what his mouth won't say. Eighth sign, he makes time for situations where you'll be. He shows up to things specifically because he knows you'll be there, even when it's not convenient. A man who feels magnetic attraction will prioritize your presence. He'll go to that group hangout he wasn't planning on attending because you mentioned you'd be there. He'll find reasons to be in places where he knows he'll run into you. This is priority revealing itself through action. Words are cheap. Time is valuable. And when a man gives you his time, especially when he has to sacrifice other things to do it, that's proof you matter. Most women don't notice this pattern because they're too focused on what happens during the interaction. But pay attention to the before. Why is he here? Did he have to make an effort to be here? If the answer is yes, and it keeps happening, you're watching a man reorganize his life around opportunities to be near you. A man who feels nothing won't bother. But a man who's attracted will inconvenience himself just to share space with you. Watch the pattern. If he keeps showing up where you are, that's not coincidence. That's choice. Now we get into the third category of signs, and this is where things get really interesting because these are the behaviors he doesn't even realize he's doing. The subconscious tells, the things that slip past his conscious control, the moments where his real feelings leak out before he can stop them. These signs are the most reliable because they're the hardest to fake. Let me walk you through them. Ninth sign, he gets protective of you in subtle ways. This doesn't mean he's possessive or controlling. His instinct kicks in when you're around. He positions himself between you and crowds. He walks on the street side of the sidewalk. He makes sure you get home safe. He steps in when someone's bothering you. This is primal attraction showing up as protective instinct. When a man feels magnetically drawn to you, his brain categorizes you as someone worth protecting. He's not thinking about this consciously. It just happens. Women sometimes see this and worry it's controlling behavior, but there's a difference. Control is about limiting your freedom. Protection is about ensuring your safety while respecting your autonomy. When someone matters to a man, their well-being matters to him automatically. His nervous system just starts caring about your safety and comfort. 10th sign, he touches his face or neck when talking to you. This is pure nerve. Arouse energy finding an outlet. When a man is attracted and trying to play it cool, his body needs somewhere to put the tension. So his hands go to his face. He rubs his neck. These are self-soothing gestures his body does automatically when he's nervous. Most women don't even notice these micro movements, but they're everywhere once you start looking. These aren't random fidgets. These are releases of nervous tension caused by your presence. The reason this sign matters is because it's completely involuntary. His body is just doing it, processing the energy your presence creates. Surface level interest doesn't create nervous energy. Deep magnetic pull does. So his hands move, his face gets touched without him realizing it's happening. 11th sign, he initiates contact but then seems nervous about it. He'll text you first, then worry he's bothering you. He'll start a conversation, then second guess everything he's saying. He'll reach out, then pull back slightly. This isn't game playing. This is genuine nervousness about how you feel about him because he knows how he feels about you. And that feeling is strong enough to make him worry about messing it up. Men don't get nervous about women who don't matter to them. They stay cool, but when a woman matters, suddenly every text feels like it could be the wrong thing. Every word feels important. So he initiates because he can't help himself, but then he gets nervous because what if you don't want it back? That fear creates the hesitation you see, and all of it points to one thing. You matter to him. 12th sign, he brings you up in conversations that have nothing to do with you. He's talking to his friends and your name comes up. He's having a random conversation and suddenly he's mentioning something you said. He's going about his day and finding ways to connect things back to you. He's not doing this to be smooth. He's doing it because you're on his mind constantly. So you leak into his conversations. This is what magnetic attraction does in a man's head. It makes you a recurring thought. His friends probably notice it. They probably tease him about it, but he keeps doing it because he can't help it. You've become part of how he processes the world around him. Everything connects back to you somehow. Every topic reminds him of something about you. Every experience makes him think, what would she think of this? This is the sign that proves the attraction isn't just when you're together. It exists in the space between seeing you. It lives in his head when he's alone. And that's when you know it's deep. When a man can't stop thinking about you enough that you show up in conversations you're not even part of. That's not just attraction. That's the beginning of something much bigger. That's his brain rewiring itself around you. So here's what all 12 signs tell you when you see them together. His behavior changes around you in ways he can't fully control. His attention follows you automatically without him deciding it should. His body betrays what his mouth won't say through nervous gestures and protective instincts. He thinks about you when you're gone. He notices everything about you when you're present. He gets clumsy and nervous and careful because you matter. Because the attraction he feels isn't casual, isn't surface, isn't something he can just play cool about. It's magnetic, it's deep, it's real. And every single one of these signs is proof. But here's to secret that ties everything together. These signs work as a system. They feed into each other. They create a loop. He gets nervous around you because his brain labeled you as significant. That nervousness makes him notice you more. That attention makes him remember details. Those details make you more interesting. That interest makes him prioritize seeing you. That priority increases the attraction. That attraction makes him more nervous, and the cycle continues, building, deepening, strengthening, until he's completely wrapped up in thinking about you, until other women fade into nothing because his brain is too focused on you, until the magnetic pull becomes so strong he can't hide it anymore, even when he's trying. This is how magnetic attraction works in the male brain. It's not loud. It's not obvious in the ways movies taught you to look for, but it's there, in the quiet moments, in the small gestures, in the attention that keeps coming back to you, in the nervousness that proves you affect him, in the details he notices that other people miss, in the time he makes to be near you, in the protection he offers without thinking, in the way his eyes find you across rooms, in the way your name shows up in his conversations, in the way his energy mirrors yours, in the way he fumbles and fixes himself and tries so hard to seem normal when you make normal impossible. That's magnetic attraction. And now you know exactly what it looks like. Now you can see it happening in real time. Now you don't have to wonder if he feels it. You'll just know. And more importantly, you'll know it's the real thing. The kind of attraction that doesn't fade. The kind that builds, the kind that turns into something deeper, the kind that makes a man forget everyone else exists. Because to his brain, in those moments when he's looking at you, when he's talking to you, when he's thinking about you, no one else does.